But yeah, man, it's yeah, we're NXT recapping NXT is going to be fun.
Yes.
You know, I don't really have news on the WWE side, so we could just go right into it.
Oh,
okay,
Just go right into it.
I'm perfectly down with that too. I mean, the news that we probably could have on WWE side, it's to me, it's not newsworthy anyway because it's going to piss me off. So I'm not going to worry about it. And I'm not, you know what? I'm gonna say this today for this episode. Other than this part where I mentioned her name, I'm not talking about Charlotte this entire episode.
Okay.
Period.
Okay.
So yeah, but we're gonna jump in NXT, and NXT popped off with none other than Mercedes Martinez going against Dakota Kai. Now,
wait. I wanna pick up the mic and say this into the mic. Mercedes Martinez, Dakota Kai, and of course Raquel Gonzalez, though. All three ladies, though.
Yeah, now, Mercedes rocking that mask was doing it for me. I gotta agree.
Always.
Though.
You know what? This was another great episode of NXT for women.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yet again. But now that I've said that piece, please, by all means, Mr. Love Dizzle.
I mean, it goes without saying this match was expected to be a good match between these two. But I don't think it's really the match that had anything to do with anything noteworthy about this whole segment here. Mainly because the talking points that come into play is really more so between Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez. Because this is one thing that I took away from this. Scoot, you might not like this, but during that entrance with Dakota and Raquel did not feel like a champion. And I don't know if this is by design.
Okay.
I don't know if it's by design or if it's something that either there's something that they're alluding to, like because of the shit that happened last week with Mercedes talking up Dakota as if she's Raquel's talking piece. So if that is the case, then this is brilliant from NXT to do it like that, to actually show, so it can be like, okay, you know what? Well, now we're starting to see that Dakota may have like that flair, and it still seems as though Raquel is like in the background, even though she has a championship. And the imagery that I got from that entrance when she walked up, when she posed with Dakota throughout the match, and then of course causing the disqualification, that the only time she felt like dominant is after that disqualification, and she ran down Martinez. So I want to get your guys' thoughts on where this progresses, because I could be seeing something completely different, but that's what I got from that.
Go ahead, Scoot.
Well, in the words of Mr. L.A. Knight, let me tell you something here, Lip Dizzle. How dare you? How dare you part your lips to say such things? How dare you? How dare you say those things about Big Mommy Cool, Raquel Gonzalez?
Ooh.
But in this instance, you are right. In this
instance, you're gonna run me down. You're gonna run me down and agree with me.
Damn right I am.
He said, "How dare you be absolutely right?"
Exactly. How dare you be right? I do agree that it didn't feel like she was the world champion. It didn't feel that way. I do agree.
She definitely, at least with the entrance alone, she definitely felt like muscle with a belt.
Yeah,
it did. So I do agree. And like I said, maybe it might change because how the match ended, and then fast forwarding up ahead with 2 weeks in advance. When they actually have their match, maybe things might seem different. But it did kind of feel like Raquel was still like the Dune, but the world champion Dune.
Yeah.
So
Not sure what that's about. I really want to know where they take this. Hopefully somebody points it out soon and they bring some attention to that partnership or friendship that they have.
yeah.
Yeah, that's why I said if it's by design as far as like storyline, if there's something that they're trying to build up, then I think it's the best way because you're allowing the audience to kind of view it and then make their own assumption and then kind of just play up to that. And again, that's good storytelling by NXT. WWE is a whole nother thing because they're universally despised right now. So, but as far as NXT, it's like they have it down, and of course the rest of the show is going to prove that as we recap the rest of the show. But yeah, this was still a good match. I hate that it went through a DQ, and I hate that the DQ was caused by Raquel.
That was such a nonsensical DQ though.
It really was. It didn't have to happen.
Yeah.
Like Raquel got fed up that Mercedes Martinez was kicking her butt too much. And so she just comes in and gives a big boot.
Yeah.
Raquel's getting torn down, but you could have had, if you were going to have Mercedes win, then just make Mercedes like a dominant force to build.
But you know what I think what they might be doing though is I think they might be using this also with story is to protect Dakota.
Wait, did I fall off somewhere?
Oh yeah, you cut off. Go ahead.
Damn. Where was I at? Where was I before it cut?
You said the big boot.
Oh yeah, so the big boot. Yeah. What I was trying to say is just make Mercedes, if you're gonna have Mercedes win, then like have her win the dominant way and be a threatening force to the inevitable match that is gonna be with Raquel. True. Like if you want to have Dakota Kai take that L, you can say that she just had an injury exploited, like she had the arm just like exploited. And you can still make Raquel not look like the old Raquel. Yeah, come on, like she was getting tossed around left and right. I'm sorry, not Raquel. I'm sorry, Dakota. Make Dakota, the old don't make Dakota look like the old Dakota. Like still like even after she loses, make her like jump in and like start wailing on Mercedes or something after the match, something. But you know what? It still provides the direction that it needs to go. So.
Yeah, and I agree with you on that end. But what I also think they're doing too is I think that they're using that as far as if we're going with the same storyline as far as I'm alluding to it. I think they might be using it to make Dakota look strong, in a way to where it's like she could be the aggressor during the breakup, to where she's like, I didn't need you to jump in for Mercedes.
To jump in on that match,
exactly. So she may start to feel like she is more of a champion than Raquel. So I think that would be the reason for the split moving forward. And they both have a reason to kind of gripe at each other. So
there you go. I like it.
But yeah.
Clean up.
Huh?
Oh, I thought I heard a spill. It's just a doggo.
Yeah. See, so what you get one choking on the end on this side. It's crazy. But yeah, now, of course, right after this match happened, some disrespect happened on on your end, and because judging by the way this night was going, Shotzi was going to get somewhat of a surprise by someone by the name of Mr. Jaeger Bombastic, but before that surprise could even get there, during an interview, both Shotzi and Ember received this bouquet of flowers.
Yeah.
And of course Frankie Monet walks up and reads the cards, and it's
everything was going to plan, man. Everything was going to plan. It was on TV and everything.
I know.
Sorry.
I know.
But anyways, Frankie Monet.
Yeah, she read the card, and it said from Dexter Lumis. Now that's very interesting. Now, of course, this is going to be played up throughout the entire show. based on indie side as well, because we all know Index, the couple name that they have.
Yeah. Ship name, right? Is that what they call that?
Is what is it called? Ship name? Is that
that's what it is when you're putting like you're lining two characters up like that romantically. It's called shipping, right?
Interesting.
Yeah,
I did not know that. See,
you
learned
did not
something
know that
this week too. See that? Look at that.
So like, what is it? Otis and Mandy. That was a shipping as well. Like,
well, wait, what did they even have in there? I didn't even realize that they had one.
I think that they maybe had one or two interactions, and then the fans loved it, so they kept it going. So they shipped it. Like yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant they were putting their names together to make. I was supposed to figure like what.
Oh no. That would have been interesting.
Huh. That would have been interesting because
Odie, I guess, would be the only thing you could come up with.
Odie or Modus.
No. No.
Or Mantis.
Mantis. That's pretty threatening. I like that.
See.
Be a good intergender tag. Anyways.
But of course, when they received these flowers, Ember herself said, nope, they're not for me. I'm married. And Shotzi had already known those flowers weren't from you. So that's why she pushed me. She's like, nah,
see, that's the problem though, because they were.
I mean,
because no, fucking. I'm calling this the way. I'm saying the way is doing this crap.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, but damn it, Johnny and Candace, why'd you gotta make my flowers be the butt of y'all's joke? I don't appreciate that.
And we're definitely gonna get into what Jaeger sent Shotzi later on throughout the show that got rudely interrupted as well. So
yep.
We'll get into that. But what after this though? After this interaction between the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions and Frankie Monet, who of course Jaeger said Frankie has to stop interrupting these interviews, and sure enough, she interrupted
right back to it again. I think that's just gonna be her bit, her gimmick. She's just gonna keep running up on interviews.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, why not?
Yeah,
I mean, don't forget they had what Elias for 10 weeks on Raw, just backstage strumming a guitar before he finally wrestled.
Yeah, that is true.
That's really true. Don't do that. Don't do that in NXT. Don't.
I mean, Lacey Evans strolled to the ring just to walk back up the ramp.
Oh, I hated that.
So.
Oh, she sure did, huh?
Yep. So why not just have Frankie just keep popping up in anybody's interviews to finally? So now, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen.
Ooh.
Did she have the dog with her when
she was holding? She was holding the dog.
So we're gonna notice when she's not holding the dog. That's when something's gonna happen.
I like that. Makes sense.
I think she might slap somebody. Somebody might slap her. But I think it's gonna all come if she doesn't have the dog, or maybe she might have the dog. I don't know.
I was about to say for a little slap spot, she might take it.
She does. It's pretty ballsy.
Yeah.
One thing I will say about her in this aspect now, it seems like her interactions and her wording is getting a lot better when she's doing this. But at the same time, still kind of same old song and dance. But I think with her, after kind of watching each one of her interactions, for her, short is sweet for her. It doesn't need to be extended or just drawn out. It just needs to be kind of quick and just done. And then that's it. Just make an impression and dip the fuck out.
Yes, I agree with that.
Now, one thing that felt somewhat drawn out, but had probably a better payoff was the good old escapades of Cameron Grimes.
He's my favorite idiot.
This,
yes,
of course. Last week we talked about it. We even brought up Ted DiBiase and saying that
someone's listening.
And I remember saying it's I don't even know. I had asked a question if Ted DiBiase even knows who Cameron Grimes is, and sure enough, he goes into the jewelry store. I didn't pay attention to the dude that was sitting down. It never clicked to me.
I didn't recognize him immediately, to be honest.
Oh no! The moment I saw the dude sitting down, I knew who that was.
Oh, okay.
I wish I was just as perceptive, but it's okay.
Exactly.
it's okay because the payoff that I got because just for the record, people, I'm not breaking this up into segments. I'm going through this whole thing.
I like that you do that. Not gonna lie.
From him going in and then checking out the jewelry, it was still Cameron Grimes cringeworthy at certain points, but for the most part, once it got to that last, this is what got me when he bit down, when he was looking at, oh yeah, I like this gold, and he bit the gold coin. He's like, oh, this is chocolate. Hope you're not trying to sell me any chocolate. I was like, all right.
No, he made me pop when he's like, oh, take your time, man. I got all the time in the world. Then it took 2 seconds before he said, hey man, hurry up. I ain't got all day.
Exactly.
He's like, all right, Cameron, you got me.
And then once he got his watch, and he was like, he alluded to Karrion Kross, which Karrion Kross got a lot of small shout outs throughout NXT. And as he's checking, he's like, yeah, tick-tock. And as he's looking at his watch, you see that one nice cut of that hand come through with an even better looking watch. And just the line alone was perfect. He's like, yeah, it's a nice watch, kid, but it's not $1 million watch. And I was like, and then the laugh. Then the laugh came, and I was like, yeah, thank you. I don't know what I expected from it. I don't know what I expect from it moving forward, but I loved it. And they didn't draw it out at that point. They kind of left it as is. And perfect. So my question to you guys is, what happens moving forward? Do we still see more of Ted DiBiase, or is this pretty much like a one-off?
Ooh. I'd like it to be a one-off. I'd like this to be the ending of this whole Ted DiBiase meetup stuff. I'm pretty sure we're not going to see the end of this yet, though. I could definitely see Ted DiBiase coming back, Junior even showing up for a little spot. Yeah, I think we got a couple more weeks out of this.
Okay,
I can see that too. I can see it lasting like a couple more weeks, just to kind of drag out the fact that anytime he goes somewhere now, DiBiase is there. Because I wouldn't be surprised if they already filmed a few skits of it already.
True.
Oh, I would not doubt that.
Yeah, so that maybe the next skit he might go look into a car, or maybe go look into a house or something.
And DiBiase's there.
And DiBiase's there.
Okay. Now, well, then let me ask this question then. So now that Ted DiBiase has been shown, because one thing I would still like him to continuously blame Ted DiBiase for random shit.
Yes.
Just the way he says it. Like I love that booking on everything that he does. So now, two questions. Does Ted DiBiase showing up now dilute him blaming Ted DiBiase for stuff?
I don't think so. Only because we got a couple of weeks of it.
Gotcha.
I think, like I said, that we're going to get maybe 1 or 2 more weeks out of this, and then I don't think he'll be doing this for much longer after that.
Okay, so basically, from your guys' perspective, is almost like strike while the iron's hot, and then kind of just move. Okay,
yes.
I'm down.
Treat it like his cryptocurrency selling. You hold on to it for a little bit, and then when it gets big and hot, then you sell off.
I like that analogy. I like that. Now, from there, of course, we get to one of Scoot's favorite parts, GYV's promo.
Oh boy,
my
boys came out looking dapper as fuck.
They did, and there was some disrespectful stuff that happened after that. Now that you're talking about the suit, which I hated that it happened, because I like that suit. But we'll get to that in a second. Man. But GYV came out and cut one hell of a promo that made me raise some eyebrows in a good way, because of the way that everything is kind of being built up. Like the way NXT is treating the tag division is perfect. Because it's not just, hey, we're going to put the champs here and then insert X team here and then line up the other teams coming up. Everything is pretty much intertwined. Everybody knows basically how it used to be a long time ago. It's like you would have teams, you all know they want that top prize. Mm-hmm. And it's like, okay, oh, you want it? Okay, well, we want it more. So you're going to get out the way, or we're going to have to push you out the way. And you got other people just, I love the intermingling of all these storylines, because GYV, we already know, has that rivalry with MSK, period. Mm-hmm. And for them to bring up the whole thing with Legado del Fantasma and basically state it as if, hey, you're too busy ducking us. You're basically playing with them over here when you should be worried about the real thing. And I like that because, Legado del Fantasma at this point right now are looking fairly dominant.
They kind of are. Not gonna lie.
And they are getting better every week. And I think it was due to the Dusty Classic that helped them kind of elevate and make them look less than lackeys to Santos Escobar.
Well, and too, it kind of hints to what you were saying too. NXT, I don't know how they did it, and I think maybe somebody on the main roster side needs to take note. But somehow NXT has made it to where everything matters.
Exactly.
Kind of like what you were saying, that yes, we have all of these tag teams, but all the tag teams have a goal in mind. Goal in mind is to get the gold. Like, there is no, hey, we're just a tag team because we want to just beat people up, or we just a tag team because Triple H told us to become a tag team.
True.
Everybody has the goal of getting the gold. Same thing. Same thing with the world title, and same thing with the North American title. Everybody is essentially fighting for their spots in cruiserweight. Everybody is essentially fighting for their spot. There isn't a person on the roster who's just there just to be there.
True.
Everybody has a championship aspiration in NXT, and that's what I truly appreciate. Because like you said, GYV came out there, cut that great promo, and then Toothless Timmy and Old Man Ciampa comes out and was like, y'all did beat us. Y'all did, but if we run this back, there will be a different outcome. And the nerve of them attacking GYV while they out there looking dapper.
Yeah.
And not only that, but the nerve, the gall, the gumption, the temerity of him bringing up NXT Cardiff. If you hate Gibson's shoes off, the nerve of you, sir. Nerve. I love the callback.
Same.
I love the callback, but the nerve.
Which is a note that WWE can kind of take from this, because if you can have both NXTs can allude, it's not as blatant, because it happened, I think, it happened one other time. It probably happened two more times, but I know it happened one other time for sure throughout in the show. But it's not hard to do something like that. You can show that everything can coexist, even just by saying something as small as that. But
the thing is, the problem, like, for some reason, the WWE universe bubble, whatever we want to call it, they live as if they have these weird men in black neuralizers. like, for instance, like you said, take GYV. Before GYV formed, Zach Gibson was solo. So it would make sense that you bring up something that happened during his title match to be like, hey, I know something that irritates you. It's his chance. And the problem is, at times, they live in this weird vacuum, like they can't bring up history unless the history has happened in WWE.
True.
And it's the weirdest shit.
You know what that reminds me of? For anybody who understands, like, the MCU and just like the Netflix and just Marvel Universe, as far as like for TV and movies, it's almost that same thing how it is with the Netflix and then the actual MCU, how Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, and Luke Cage and Defenders, they would allude to the fact that, this stuff is going on over here, because they would call Hulk, the green guy, or Mr. Stars and Stripes for Captain America.
Or the event that happened in New York.
Yeah, the event. But yet, if you go to the actual movies, they would never allude to shit like that happening from the Netflix universe.
This is why I like that new Spider-Man movie so much, because it's gonna be putting everything together.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Disney and Marvel.
I mean, yeah.
You know what? We may have to harp on that one time, not for this platform, but eventually,
Yes,
we'll get there.
But that's what that reminds me of, because of the fact that it's like everybody knows that all these things exist under the WWE umbrella, yet the main roster universe treats NXT as if it doesn't exist. You look at shit like, Retribution. You look at the way that they change names from people coming from NXT as if we have no recollection of who they were like a night or week before they were on TV. This is crazy. Exactly. And I think that goes to show, and I know this is like my third alluding to WWE main roster, but it's the way that they treat the fans as if we're all stupid, same way with their writing. That goes to show how they view the fans. So for those of you who are sitting here lobbying for WWE and saying, oh, they're not doing anything wrong, this is how they look at you.
First of all, they can catch me outside if they think WWE is not doing anything wrong. But yeah, that's how we look at you.
But this promo was good. I love the way that it kind of just highlighted the whole tag division, as far as like the upper card of the tag division. Of course, we already know you have other teams like Breezango and Killian Dane and Drake Maverick and Imperium. But that was not shortchanging them. They just had other stuff going on. But this is what is part of the top of the card. Usually, as you would see, it's usually 3 or 4 teams. And right now it's 3 or 4 teams. The champs, Legado del Fantasma, the grizzled young vets, and then the grizzled vets. So
I'm pretty sure Imperium's gonna be throwing their name in that hat soon.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. They don't have a choice at this point.
We were all worried about who's going to NXT UK, but what if NXT UK is just coming to us?
I mean, the travel restrictions seem to be letting up a little bit, because I can see it.
Like Imperium's like migrated over here. All we need is like Walter, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, I don't know. Maybe they're coming over here. Like, we might send somebody. I don't think we're sending Finn, especially after our little social media update that I thought was completely unnecessary.
There was no
like
way to,
so weird.
It was weird, and there's no way for me to pop it in. Well, there is a way for me to pop it in there, but as far as like the showing, it was so quick that, you know what, we'll talk about it now. So yeah, that kind of kills my prediction on him going to the UK.
Yeah.
And doing his thing, but it looks like he's going to come back, and I guess he's addressing it as if he's going to continue on in NXT. Now, granted, I still like that. I still could be right. He may come back and cut a promo that says, I'm going to NXT UK,
going to broaden my horizons, yada yada.
Yeah. So I guess that's still open ended for now. But it seemed from what the commentary that said, it's like he's basically coming back to reclaim his throne, so to speak. So we'll see. But he looked damn happy in them social media pics, though.
I mean, he was with his hot wife in Mexico, so yeah.
Shout out to the Prince.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, the Prince. I think your ex was hotter. Sorry.
Yeah.
Honestly, I kind of liked her more. I mean, all right, not even on an aesthetic viewpoint, but I really don't know too much about his wife. Yeah. But no, Charlie was no, it wasn't Charlie, was it?
No, not Charlie Caruso.
No. Who was it that he was dating? He dated somebody in the back.
It was she. I mean, she left, but I think she's coming back too.
Oh.
I don't know why her name is eluding me right now.
Anyways, I mean, that woman's gorgeous too. Anyways, shout out to Finn for having good taste. There we go.
Fair enough. I mean, but yeah, most of them do. You know, hey, look at Cole and Britt Baker.
Facts.
Yeah. But as well as Juice Robinson.
Who's he with again?
He's with Tony Storm.
We would not mention
what in the
we would not mention that name.
Well, we won't mention what Juice Robinson.
Yes, because I have a slight tinge of jealousy over that one. Just a slight tinge.
He's my favorite American at New Japan right now.
So that's perfect because the segue goes with his significant other, Tony Storm.
Tony though.
I mean, can we just say that it's I think it's Tony time, guys.
This is Tony time.
Definitely Tony time, and boy, the moment I hear that music, the eyes go straight to the screen.
Now,
Tony
came out
time.
And she cut a promo, and look, this fed into the biggest surprise of the night because she cut this promo,
did it,
and it was almost as if she didn't even have a match. The way she cut this promo, because she completely dismissed Zayda Ramir. Completely, and I dismissed Zayda Ramir completely because looking, I'm like,
you didn't think like it was funny because the way she was talking and the way they had the camera angle, it didn't even know that she had an opponent in the ring.
Yeah,
it was like why are you out there in ring gear just to cut a promo? Like, what is happening, Tony?
and then this match went on, and as this first off, shout out to Tony and her shredder hat.
Yes.
The way the spikes was on there, all I could think about was Shredder from the Ninja Turtles. That was it. And I was like, yo, that's a dope hat. And only Tony could pull that off at this point. I don't know anybody else can pull it off, but yeah, shout out.
I mean, because it's Tony though.
It is Tony. But yeah, this match went on, and as this match was going on, I'm sitting thinking, like, why is this match going so long? Like, what the fuck is happening? Like, this should be over and done with. Yeah. And I was literally about to fast forward through this match, and all of a sudden, I see Zayda get up on the fucking turnbuckle, and she goes for the shoot first. One of this look when she went up for the shooting star.
Beautiful.
No, it was not beautiful at all.
What?
Because
come on, man.
Okay, so she pulled it off, but what I mean is from like the distance that she was trying to cover. The first thing that popped in my mind was WrestleMania 19.
Brock Lesnar.
With Brock Lesnar, because the way that she kind of hit that rotation and the way that
scary. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I was scared at first, and then upon seeing the replays, that's when I started agreeing with kind of what Jaeger is saying. That it actually looks pretty nice, but at first I was like, "Ooh, shit."
Yeah. So I think that was all from positioning. But after that, I was like, okay, if every opponent finally actually goes a little bit closer to the fucking turnbuckle, she'll pull it off perfectly, no problem. Yeah,
but you did see that Zoe Stark interfered, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it made sense, and because look, if Zayda won just clean, I would have questioned this whole thing.
Yeah,
but
right.
It does a two-pronged thing. It makes Zayda, because I'm pretty sure Zayda Ramir is going to be one of the prospects that's coming up as far as like the women they're bringing in, like Scoot said. So I think she may be one of them. And with Tony being, of course, having Zoe interfere, it furthers that storyline. And Tony's right. Honestly and truly, Zoe was making a name for herself prior to this, but beating Tony Storm did put her name more so on the map. Yes. So
yeah,
she's right. And so of course, I'm pretty sure Tony's about to get her win back off of Zoe.
Yes.
Especially after losing this match.
That was highly unexpected.
Yeah. So, and
this was actually my biggest surprise of this was the biggest surprise of Tuesday, but when we get to Wednesday, that was definitely a surprise in that one too.
Pretty sure I know what you're talking about.
Of the week, if we're counting the week, it was definitely the second biggest surprise of the week, with Wednesday being number one. But yeah.
So going from that to now, I don't know if this was either before this match or after this match, but LA Reid, thinking about music. LA Knight had a promo with I believe was that McKenzie?
Yeah.
McKenzie. Shout out to McKenzie. I'll tell you why in a little bit. But LA Knight cut a nice promo, real quick, simple. But he cut a promo that I like because of the way that he kind of slightly furthered the feud between him and Dexter Lumis without really furthering the feud, because he talked directly to Indy.
Yes.
And I love that because it speaks to his character, for one. That's first and foremost. And then two, I mean, now you have what I complained about prior, being like, okay, well, this feud kind of just got over and done with like really, really quick. But it feels like it was by design. So that goes to, credits to NXT for telling a story and being able to do things their way. Damn what anybody else like myself would think, like at the forefront of it. So yeah, thanks NXT for proving me wrong in something, or rather turning my opinion, so to speak. So I like this. I like LA Knight in this position to kind of woo Indy Hartwell and to further the story between Indy and Dexter Lumis and their relationship, because again, this goes more so into the fact of how the way is in a lot of things right now and how a lot of things are integrated into the way by way of Indy Hartwell, which is crazy. So, and then we get to probably a bittersweet double-edged sword moment, because you had these two bums come out after LA Knight left, and McKenzie riding strong for the cause. Because I'm gonna, McKenzie, if you listening and you watching, I'm gonna get you a Fuck Everrise shirt, because I know
I need Jaeger to
get
back on the camera.
Uh-oh.
No.
Okay. Hold on.
Because Mr. Lip Diesley says bums, but
These bums.
I saw it as something completely different.
No,
because
I think I saw a couple of oh, look at that.
These guys
with
the sweet merch.
That's kind of a sick shirt.
But let's tell a story in pictures.
Oh no.
So, the logo,
he did the dang thing.
The logo, right?
Oh man.
That's their logo.
Right.
Hold on, let me turn down my
I wouldn't know, because I kind of skip when they show up. But
as you should do that. You should skip when they show up.
I don't know, man. They seem like a
that's his logo.
I know that guy.
Oh, I've seen that logo. I've seen that logo.
I've seen that logo.
So
that's a cool guy. It's pretty
cool. If we're telling the story in pictures, so like I said,
are we?
That logo.
Yeah, I don't. That's it's like
that logo.
It's a star. That's a star right there. That's a star.
With their combined powers.
Oh no.
Oh!
Wow. Oh baby! Oh yes! I need shirts. I need headbands. I need
Me too.
Might need a flag. We might need a flag. Oh yes.
Why not bring two powers combined?
No.
You know what they. Hey, Lip, it sounds a lot like keep your friends close and your enemies closer. So, I mean, you could run off that.
Look, they're not relevant enough to be enemies. That's why they don't exist. So, and I did keep my enemies closer. Legado del Fantasma, I did not like. And now I kept them closer because they're relevant. Everrise.
Because they're relevant.
Exactly. Everrise. Look.
That's kind of a... That's kind of a good. I like that. I like that concept.
McKenzie did it best. No,
McKenzie
did it best because what she did when they popped up, they tried to come in for interview and she was like, no, dismissed them.
That's fun.
She did.
That was cold. That was cold.
As she should. She knew. She's like, oh shit. Lip doesn't like y'all. Why am I wasting my time? Thank you. For those of you, this was a Tag NXT crossover episode on NXT. If you did not know, and that was one of the crossovers. NXT riding for Lip Dizzle, and then we'll get into it in a bit. But but of course, after that, Bronson Reed took on Austin Theory to get yet another shot at Johnny's North American Championship. And
personally, with this match, it wasn't a bad match. Mm-hmm. So let me preface that.
Yeah.
It technically, I guess, was needed to build the story.
Oh, absolutely.
I didn't care for it.
Same.
Because I knew the outcome. And
I 100% cared for Indy's entrance with the way there.
Absolutely. Yes, because she was all sad and pouty and everything. Yeah. Yes, that was amazing.
Now, I was confused about was what happened a little later in this match when Dexter Lumis himself, a motherfucker who can't apparently buy his own flowers. Anyways, I'm kidding. No, it's. We're gonna get back to that one, but I did not. I was confused by Indy's lack of interest in Dexter, though. Like what was up? Why is she running away from him now?
No, see what happened was because it's really the flower thing because
I'm pretty sure. Okay. She's like, oh, you gave them flowers. I don't like it. Okay.
Because when she first came out and she walked, I thought that she was mad at the way.
Right.
I thought that's what it was at first. And then it wasn't until Dexter came out where she was walking away from him, and I was like,
"Oh, the flowers."
That's what it is.
Now, the moment I had saw it, and I saw the way how she was pouty and everything, I was like, "Oh, the flowers."
See, look, Scoot's been more perceptive than everybody at this whole episode.
It really has been. No, because I treat it like that. I treat it like half. They don't. Excuse me. Let me gather the thought. I treat it. When it comes to like promos cut in that kind of a way, I tend to treat it like unless it's brought attention to, it did like the person on the other side of that story doesn't really know it exists,
Yeah.
So it wasn't until Indy brought attention to it via the pouty walk that and then when y'all just told me now, but I guess that was their way of bringing it to the world or something, like them acknowledging it existed.
Yeah. Yeah, and
see, I completely didn't make that connection. Thank you, Scoot.
Like I said, the moment I kind of realized it, I was like, "Oh, she's pouting because of the flowers."
This is why you're the married one.
I like that.
You're right.
But I think, and to Scoot's point, when it comes to this match between Theory and Reed, if for those of you who watch NXT for the longest, like that Theory and Reed had this series of matches when they were feuding with each other, where Theory was trying to be Reed's friend. Those matches, to me, were better than this match because mainly this match was all surrounded by story and shenanigans. So I didn't even. I mean, I paid attention to the match, but once I realized what was going on, I realized the purpose of this match was to basically fuel everything else going around it. So with this, I'm judging this based solely off the fact of everything else that's gone on. And of course, with the way getting in the match and causing all types of shit here, and then Dexter coming out and pushing Indy out the way, and then helping Reed, kinda, not really, but and then Reed coming along with the win. This has to mean that Reed is going to beat Johnny this time.
Yes, absolutely. If it doesn't happen, then I don't know what's going to happen with that North American title picture if Reed doesn't beat Johnny this time.
Yeah, same. I do agree with that fully. So yeah, but that's what happened with this match and everything surrounded. And of course, the way shenanigans did not stop there because they continued on, but we'll definitely get into that in a bit.
Mm-hmm.
After this, we had a promo by none other than Isaiah Swerve Scott back in the studio, giving another one of his promos. I love the imagery that he does with this. And I wanted to, when I saw him come up, I wanted to shit on this because I knew where this was going. But this is the thing, and because I have to preface why I get mad at main roster for doing this and why I'm okay with NXT doing this, because I came on here and I complained about the continuation between Ruff and Swerve. And the way that they do this is they integrate the promos in between that make sense. And the progression that they have with these series and matches that they have, because I mean, normally I'd be sick of this whole interaction. But
yes,
the way that Swerve cut his promo this week made more sense as to why they're going to have this Falls Count Anywhere match.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you know what? I'm okay with this. I hope that it's the last match for sure, for now at least. But I'm okay. It should
be.
It. Yeah,
I think it's leading for it to splinter off.
Yeah, I do agree, and that's why I agree with you that Bronson is going to take that title, because I think this is going to spin off into a series of matches, not only between Bronson Reed and Swerve, but possibly Bronson Reed and Ruff or whoever else, and it's going to carry on this North American Championship picture, because Johnny really has nowhere to go but up at this point, and I think he's going to be one of Cross's victims. So I think it's going to be perfect for the way to kind of feud with Scarlett and Cross and all of this. Okay. So, but from
I am pretty behind that. I like that.
After this promo from Swerve, we had earlier in the night we had an interview between Killian Dane and Drake Maverick, and I like how Drake Maverick kind of in a way kind of alluded to the fourth wall breaking on how everybody views like the same old song and dance with certain tag teams splitting up, and like how I'm gonna reach for a tag and you're gonna jump down, or I'm gonna come into the ring, you're gonna hit me, and I'm like, you know what? I can't be mad, because I was thinking this shit was gonna happen. Say you're gonna join Imperium. It's like, I know this, and I was like, I know this too. So so of course, Killian Dane did what any smart guy would do, and that's quote George Michael. You gotta have faith.
Gotta have faith.
And sure enough, Drake Maverick didn't seem like he had faith, but once he got in that match, that's exactly what the fuck happened.
You showed up a bit,
yeah. And they're really giving Drake Maverick and Killian Dane a lot of time in these matches, and I appreciate that. I don't expect much from their team as far as like going in the tag division. I don't like, before I seen them winning tag titles. Now I don't necessarily seeing them win those titles at all, but it's good for them to be a team. But they are giving them time, and this was another one of those things where going against Imperium, you got not only a fulfilling match, but you got more answers to questions as far as like what was going on. And it seems like now this is more so not between Imperium and Killian Dane, more so between Alexander Wolf and Killian Dane. And it surprised me that was more so the case, because it seemed like that was causing some type of dissension between Alexander Wolf and everybody else in Imperium. Granted, we don't know where Walter stands, but it's and even still, even after that, they still showed solidarity, which let me just get on that right now, is the fact that that's how you show solidarity in a stable. Like, you have that dissension, but you know that it's all for the cause. Like, above all else, we may have our gripes, but this is all for the cause. And to show how they were looking at Alexander Wolf, even though they're still doing their pose and everything, they're just like, I'm here. We're showing we're solid, but we're gonna have to nip this in the butt. So what do y'all think happens with this shit?
I really don't know. I thought I knew.
That's how I felt. That's exactly how I feel.
I don't know anymore.
Three's Company then, because
Hell,
I'm in the same boat.
Who knows the way this shit is going? Fuck around, Drake Maverick end up joining Imperium for all we know. I don't know anymore. Like I just don't know.
You know what? That's just crazy enough to actually happen.
Yeah, you know.
So,
oh shit! Drake Maverick going and becoming the Intercontinental Champion as part of Imperium. I'm sorry, not Intercontinental. Fuck! Why am I getting all my titles mixed up? Cruiserweight. Thank you. Cruiserweight champ.
Huh. To have him step up it. Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
There's a wild booking by me.
Well,
I'm not mad at that.
He never got his revenge on Santos. So I guess it could spin off into Kushida.
Interesting.
Could
this time
interesting.
With Maverick being a heel. So
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, we get now I'm more so interested in the story because before I was like, I don't know where it's going, so I don't know if I care or not. But now I do.
Wait a minute. Yeah, because Killian Dane's been like the protective guy. Ah, shit. You could see Drake Maverick turn on him.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna pat myself on the back.
Yeah, go ahead. After that, we of course we got a backstage interview between MSK and Kushida. Basically factoring in everything, and I like the dynamic that they had because they all alluded to Kushida taking them under his wing.
Yeah.
And sidebar, I don't know if y'all follow Kushida on Instagram. He explained that.
Really?
Why he's taking MSK under his wing.
What did he say?
Alex Shelley.
Oh, okay.
Alex Shelley asked him to because remember Alex Shelley had left after they the Time Splitters has formed that one last time.
Yeah.
When the Rascals was leaving, he said Alex Shelley had asked him, "Hey, 2 guys are coming in. I want you to look after them for me." Hence why MSK had came out to save Kushida with Legado.
I like that.
I like this a lot. I like that there's I like a lot of that story behind it.
Yeah.
This is perfect because it makes this feud make more sense instead of it being like some random, oh, you know what? Hey, we don't like you jumping on this guy. We're gonna even the odds. It's like, okay, that shit works perfectly.
So
as that was explained, we kind of get away from that, and then we move to what's supposed to be a match, but wasn't really a match. Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart.
If you let Robert Stone tell it was.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're definitely getting that too.
God, that was annoying.
So they were supposed to be defending their titles. And
what is supposed to be defending titles, or was it just a regular match?
Yeah, no, it was supposed to be a title match.
Yeah, it was a title.
It was supposed to be a title match.
I guess I missed that part. I thought it was just a regular tag team match.
No, see, and it's funny because I'm going to cut to this part before we actually get into the actual shit. But just to your point, Scoot, when you talked about Robert Stone, the way that he was celebrating, even when he grabbed, and the funny part was how he grabbed the women's tag team title as if he won it. Yeah, and was running around the ring.
Yeah,
it was just like, yo, do you not realize that the bell never rung?
Never had a bell ring. You didn't win.
Never.
But either way, so you have Aaliyah and Jessica Mia come out, Robert Stone, and then you have the entrance of Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart, of course, and they come out, and as Shotzi's is about to get into ring, Ember walks up. And you have some nice gentlemen walk up with a smorgasbord of gifts, fruit, chocolates, cupcakes, flowers, by none other. Because a lot of people would think that was from, Dexter. It wasn't. The flowers was from somebody else. We don't know. But they rain on Jaeger's parade because those gifts were from him. See, Shotzi, you missed it because Ember seen it first, and it was not meant for Ember. Sorry, Ember. It's you're married.
Ember, you said it yourself. You're married.
Yeah,
she said it herself.
Yeah.
Shotzi knew that she was going to get a gift. She just didn't know when. And sure enough, that was the perfect time to get it. Why during their interest to give them that confidence to win this match.
Or something to look forward to after the match. Yeah. Anyway.
Exactly. And not only did Shotzi not get a chance to see what happened because they tried to give it, well, not give it to Ember, but Ember saw it first.
She did.
And once Ember saw it, then you had the Way come out and spoil the party even more. Not only that, they took those gifts, those hard-earned gifts that Jaeger got for Shotzi, tossed them aside, threw them around, and just demolished it.
Disrespected the man.
Disrespectful.
Y'all owe me like $250. Like,
shame.
Come on, it hurts.
Shame.
That or I'll wrestle Johnny for his Q1 earnings. I don't know.
There you go. So not only did you ruin Jaeger's gift, but you deprived him of seeing Shotzi
just
in action.
God, it was going to be such a nice jobber match.
It was. Damn shame.
And then the Robert Stone brand got delusional.
They did.
Just what?
So, I mean, it's look, Indy and Candice are lobbying hard for these titles, and they're going to win them. I mean, you're gonna have a rage-induced Indy just taking on everybody.
Yes,
and I mean, I'm here for it, but at the same time, why Shotzi?
Damn, I didn't think about that either.
Like, look at that. There's
Indy.
Because because these girls hitting on her mans.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you're trying to take something. I'm gonna take something from you now.
Say what?
Oh, was that didn't you see the way she was doing that beatdown?
Right.
Like she was pretty. Like she was like, not my man.
Yo, when she broke Vase over Shotzi, I was like, she's like, just like that was like Moxley breaking that champagne bottle on Jericho. I was like,
it was like, damn. Ember just got some cupcakes in her face. Shotzi got a whole vase.
She got a whole ass vase.
She was like, "Oh, you want flowers, huh? I'm gonna give you flowers."
Yeah. Jesus.
They deprive us of a match, but I mean, honestly, we knew which way that match was gonna go. Regardless, they were gonna defend those titles successfully, because again, Robert Stone brand, the dark horse in that is Jessie Kamea. It's possible that she could do something for them in that aspect, but as of right now, nah, not yet. Especially with the Way on the horizon to try to get these titles. Yeah, that's where their money match is. It's with this feud here. So yeah. But from there, we finally get Adam Cole back in some capacity. And
bye.
And the one thing that I'm happy about that now, granted, they may not have tried to make it a bold, big thing, but on his on the crawl that he had under his name, it said NXT Superstar. So basically means that he ain't going nowhere anytime soon.
Yeah, I mean,
they should have just put like rest.
He did call that cross.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he did. They should have just called him like wrestling superstar to just add a little bit more suspense to it.
I mean, that would have been fine too.
It would have been nice. I would have just been like, "Ooh, which way is he going?"
But anyway. what I think they might be doing now, though, because of how everybody's scared of how they're going to treat Cole on the main roster, I think they're trying to build his character in a different way. And this is probably the best way to do it, with the suit, with the attitude, with all of this, as far as his evolution. And I think that's going to be the character they carry over to the main roster. Now, when that happens, I don't know. But
I think it'll be like we talked about before, where Karrion Kross is just going to start sending a lot of people up.
I mean, like, if he's doing that, shit.
Like he can just clean up house.
He could. He could. But that in a way that almost scares me just a little bit.
Yeah.
If he just starts sending, starts like just basically demolishing everybody and just send them to the main roster here and there, because once he's done.
I mean, he did send Keith Lee and Damian Priest to the main roster. So
yeah. Shit. And I mean, damn, it would have been nice if that came true about Finn, but apparently Finn wants to stick around on NXT, which is nothing wrong with that. He could still possibly go to UK, but yeah, I could definitely see like Cross not only sending Cole up, but probably like 2, maybe 3 others in his reign.
Yeah, and
probably two others at the most.
Well, even if he does that, the problem that I have is kind of the same thing that Scoot was saying. You know, as far as his concerns with Cross being champ, is that who do you have that can beat Cross? And if you have him sending a lot of people, you're really just narrowing the roster to a point to where, I mean, is it going to be even worth him being champion? Because it'll be like a Brock Lesnar situation to where it's like, and it'll be
That's a possibility.
Yeah, because I mean, right now you have this North American Championship picture that's flourishing, where you can go anyway.
Very true.
And now you think about the NXT Championship picture, and it's like it's really hard to see what makes sense coming from, you know, going from Finn to Cross and then Cross to, you know, blank, because the only way you could realistically take that title off of Cross is if it's in a multi-man match or if it's in like some type of ladder match or a specialty match. But as far as like a going up one-on-one against him, it's completely unrealistic unless you are fucking Finn Balor, and even that's a stretch. So yeah, I'm trying.
I'm even right now. I'm trying to think about who can beat Cross besides like Finn.
Yeah,
even with the current roster.
So yeah, it's kind of hard.
Now,
I would put the belt on Ciampa.
I mean, you could.
If anybody's going to be like the guy that you could say could like endure carrying Cross, I would say Ciampa would be that guy who would take that punishment.
Whew. I don't think I want him in that punishment.
I don't want to see. I mean, I don't want to see how long that has to go. I'm just saying that he could take it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he probably wouldn't be walking out of that match, but yeah.
Wow, watch them bring Velveteen Dream back to beat Karrion Kross.
That would be.
Oh no!
If this was maybe like a year or so ago, I'll be here for it. But if they was to do that now, I would feel this would be so disrespectful.
Oh no!
It would be so disrespectful.
I'm not on board with that at all.
At all.
Oh.
Now,
the Velveteen Dream has kind of lost all its luster at the moment,
which is sad.
It's never gonna go away. Like now they've held him back so much that if he comes back, they're gonna be like, "Why was he gone so long?"
Yeah, they might. I mean, it could be the time that he takes off for it to kind of just let everything die down, let a lot of other controversial things happen, to where his shit just seems like. Wait,
he was like buried at like around the same time that Sammy Guevara got kicked, right?
Yes.
So like he just faded out like of the schedule and all that, right?
Yeah, it was during that and the stuff with Riddle, but Riddle really didn't get any backlash. But I think he was able to prove like his stuff though.
Yeah. But so what I'm trying to get at though is like that was the same time as Sammy Guevara. Like so, I said that a lot, but yeah, gave it more appropriate time, but I feel like even now it's just been too long to where people aren't gonna forget like what he did.
Yeah.
Like if say you would have brought him back maybe February, like I would have been like, you know what? That's, I mean, we don't even know if what he's doing was criminal though. So
yeah.
Like
I mean, they definitely tried to continue. I think they tried to bring him back 3 or 4 different times.
Yeah.
And every time he came back,
you know what? I don't really see Dream bouncing back.
It's hard to.
That's why I was saying, like, I think the luster of him has officially gone with this situation because we live in a society, you know, to quote the Joker, we live in a society that even if you prove innocent, you're still what they say you were.
Yeah.
So if Dream is completely exonerated, the person came out and said they lied, some people are still going to look at Dream as that guy.
Yeah.
You know, so that's going to be the thing that's going to suck. Like, he would have to legitimately build that character back up again in order for it to work out.
Yeah, it's because he's definitely still signed, so he's But I think, hold on,
man, they had two cuts, and Dream didn't make that list either time.
No, obviously they must still.
They have to
see something.
What could they?
It says WWE claimed they investigate the allegations and didn't find anything. So,
yeah,
I mean, look, he could be perfectly fine. He could be innocent in all this, but with when you look at the situations with other people, and you look at Riddle's situation, you look at Sammy Guevara's situation, and you look at other people who have been in the industry who have come and gone, got fired, stayed along, or whatever.
Yeah.
This is the only one who's continuously ongoing, and there has been no type of resolution, no type of confirmation or nothing. Yet they're not treating it as though there's nothing going on. They may say it, but yet he's still been off of TV. So
he's been off of TV for a while.
Yeah, and even in Riddle's case, even when Riddle's was going on, Riddle never really missed he never really missed time like that. So
he didn't miss time at all, because remember Riddle was debuting on SmackDown.
Yeah,
he didn't miss time at all.
So that's why this one is so weird in a way, to where it's like it's hard to call it, because WWE says one thing, but their actions show another.
Yes,
right,
and it's just weird. So, hey, who knows? But with Cole's interview, it was short and sweet. He basically kind of just, I don't want to say he threw the gauntlet down. He basically kind of just let it be known, the kind of same song or same talking points with him not needing Undisputed Era, basically downing O'Reilly and saying that, why do you think, he's, y'all looking at him now as if he's ready, but he hasn't been that whole time, and the fact of him proclaiming that he wants to go for the gold, because he cemented his legacy as being the longest reigning NXT champion. So, it's same heel work. I just like his character at this point. The promo, it's the same old thing, but the way he's portraying this character, perfect. Suits, hair tied back, just good. Arrogant as fuck, and he got a reason to be. So hopefully he can kind of get this character over the way that Finn got over going back to NXT. And hopefully that can kind of translate to the main roster in a way that's believable, rather than how Vince kind of views smaller guys. So
definitely.
So we'll definitely see. And of course, after the interview kind of cut from the actual interview to the interview being watched by O'Reilly. And I like the fact that they kind of left it at that and didn't have O'Reilly say anything. He kind of just, kind of just nodded like, okay, this is now let's see what I can do. But then we got a nice little promo from Pete Dunne. Almost like when I listened to this promo, all I heard was kind of Miro's promo, but this was more of a lighter version of it.
Yeah.
Rather than
felt like it.
Yeah. I mean, granted, he did name pretty much all the champions, but one thing that stood out was the fact that he said, "Oh, I may go back to the UK and take back the title that I made famous," which I like that. Is it going to happen? No, I don't think so. I could see it happening because that match I enjoyed thoroughly. And to have that with the new Pete Dunne, I'm down. But I really and truly think that spot is still reserved for Finn Balor to take that title. But I don't know. I mean, do y'all think he's going to go to a specific title like anytime soon, or is this going to be more of the same?
I think it's going to be like a Miro situation. Like he'll eventually wear the gold, but it's not going to happen now.
Yeah.
Like it'll probably happen. Shit. Let's see. It's not going to be a North American title.
Oh,
if he's winning, huh?
You think cruiserweight?
But he's just.
No, wait, never mind. No, I can't say that.
Can't.
I'm going with what you said.
Huh?
I think it's gonna be Drake Maverick, like you said. I think Drake Maverick.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but then, yeah, like there's really no other avenue he can go besides either NXT or UK.
Damn, you're right. Because the North American title picture is pretty much. I feel as though it's set.
It's set for what looks like the next few months for damn sure.
Yeah. Huh. But I wouldn't mind seeing him and Cross, but I just hate to see Pete Dunne lose. Like,
ooh, maybe that's what sends him to UK.
Huh. Damn, there you go. See,
if we make that way we make Cross the sender.
Cross still sending people. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna send you back to where you came from. Fucking shit, man. Either way, after that we got the main event, which
wait. Before you get there, what do y'all think of that whole diamond mine thing?
Okay, so all right, so now so I was confused because I ran that back over and over again. I didn't know if it was like an MMA commercial or if that was something for NXT. I thought so
too, but NXT's IG reposted it, and I was like, oh no, that was an NXT thing.
Okay, so that's all right. So yeah, I don't know what to think.
I'm sorry, I must have fast forwarded through this. I mean, I didn't see it as I was skipping around.
Maybe if Mr. Deasley, because I can show it on screen, but it's gonna look kind of ugly. But it was simple. Like it wasn't nothing special.
Yeah, it was.
It was just
It's just called Diamond Mine.
Yeah, and it's literally under WWE.
Yeah,
that's some shit.
And
what the hell is that supposed to be? Is WWE gonna get a little MMA action here? Is that what we're doing?
I honestly don't know, but yeah, this is I'll pull it up on this.
But yeah, so it was like okay. I guess.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's take a look. Let's take a look. See. Oh, this is what you just showed. Yeah. All right. Jeez, what the hell? Pressure makes diamonds.
Apparently.
Train, perform. Oh, God. Okay.
Yeah, and like the way that it kept going, like I was just.
It's definitely very MMA vibes. That's not wrestling vibes.
Very.
Yeah, it was weird because like the way that they that it popped up, like it had the same kind of level of production as like any like NXT like promo from somebody that would either be debuting or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But when I kept seeing it, I was like, no, this doesn't make any sense. So I kept bringing it back like, okay, am I looking at a commercial? Because it literally came on like right after an NXT segment.
It did.
So that's why I was like, okay, I'm just so confused. So I kind of just left it. I was like, okay, you know what? No, it's MMA. I'm just going to leave it at that. But thanks to Scoot for seeing the shit, apparently. So did they say like what it possibly could be other than that? Or
of course, they're keeping it a mystery.
Okay.
For now. So like I said, many, because I was looking at the comments right before I had brought it up. Some of the comments thinking it's Tessa. I don't know why.
But
I never knew Tessa to do an MMA type thing, so I don't know.
Yeah. So you're thinking it could be
that could be her gimmick, her angle. I mean,
so yeah. So many people. So some people in the comments think it's a stable. Somebody put it's not a fucking person. It's like a So I don't know. Hopefully it's not their attempt to do like a Raw Underground.
I hope not.
Because we saw how that went.
Yeah, everybody loved it, right? Right?
Right?
Jesus.
See, this would have been good back in the day had they been more polished for basically Shayna, Marina Shafir, and why is her name?
Jessamine.
Jessamine Duke. That would have been good for them for be like the four horsewomen of MMA. But during that time, they weren't even like polished like that. And even now, like they're kind of just separated all over the place. So, so even now, unless this is like Jessamine Duke like re-debuting, I honestly don't know what this could be.
Yeah.
Or who this could be. So
I guess we'll have to just see in the upcoming weeks.
We're just gonna have to wait.
Yep.
But there also wasn't any like timeline or anything like that, right?
No, it was just that little commercial you just saw, and that was it.
Damn shame. How dare you, NXT? Give us some confusing shit like that. But the main event of NXT, a 6-man tag between MSK and Kushida against Legado del Fantasma.
No. You said that wrong. They are affectionately known as MS Kushida.
Okay, hold up, wait. Let's do this the right way. Let's do this the right way.
Kushida posted it. They are affectionately known as MS Kushida.
MS Kushida versus Legado del Fantasma.
Yeah.
All right.
That almost works just as well as Arcade Bro.
Arcade Bro.
Now, this match surprised me because of how well this shit was paced.
Yes.
Because it's almost like they didn't have any fucking downtime. They started and then they just went. And I'm gonna give straight kudos to Legado del Fantasma for showing, and I know this is different for a lot of people because I'm sitting there I'm gushing up Legado del Fantasma.
Sounds like a compliment over here, man.
The way they worked as a unit, especially up to like the finish of this match, was amazing. Now, granted, Kushida kind of got hurt a bit in this match. He got powerbombed on the table. He got kicked in the face. He
kicked to the face.
Poor Kushida.
Why do they like abusing Kushida, man?
It's Kushida, man.
You see all these L's he took prior? Like, God.
And look, now it paid off. He hit the main event of
That's
NXT.
True.
And he's a champion. And he's
still taking them shots.
still taking them shots. But yeah, this is a situation where this whole match, I need more 6-man tags to be like this. Honestly, because not only did Legado del Fantasma look good as a unit, but it allowed Wild and Mendoza to look good as a formidable tag team even more so now. Just how fluid they were with everything going up against MSK and just delivering everything. And I love the their finisher that they have, where it's almost like a Russian leg sweep into a insecurity.
Yeah.
Beautiful, but it's only beautiful with the just with the fluidity of it. That's why it looks so well to me, because anybody else, it would have probably looked clunky. But the way they do it, because it's so quick, and it's almost like they trust each other enough to be like, okay, your time is going to be perfect on it, right? All right, cool, we got it. And it looks effective.
It reminds me of the well, I shouldn't say reminds me of the move, but it what's that flip move that they do with the push?
That's just like MSK. I don't know what they call it, but the somersault.
Oh yeah, it just shows how the timing is just in the trust between them. Yeah, so well done, or so well implemented. I don't know.
But that's a beautiful comparison with their with them feuding now. But of course, at the end you had them do the cliche stand over the prone bodies of everybody with the titles over the head. Now, of course, in this situation, we already know anytime you do that, for the most part, you're not really going to win those titles.
You never do.
Yeah, at least from those opponents. You may win it down the line from somebody else, but
right.
I say this because I already feel like Escobar is not winning that cruiserweight title back, because I feel like he's going to step up and go further. Now, as far as Mendoza and Wild, I feel like they may eventually win those titles, but it won't be until like later.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if they'll even be a Legado del Fantasma at that time. I think they just may end up just be tagging. But I think they may benefit more from winning those titles while they're Legado del Fantasma. So I don't know what's going to transpire. That's where my question mark is at this point. Because I just don't know if they're going to book this where it's primarily between MSK and GYV, or they're going to just go ahead and just start throwing people in there and say, hey, you know what? Let's put the titles on you. Fuck it. We're going to put the titles on you. Oh, fuck it. Let's bring the titles back over here and just do this shit. But it's just because I literally don't know. Like, normally you can kind of tell. But with this shit, it's like, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing. So yeah, but that's how NXT went off the air. Pretty straightforward show. I enjoyed it. I could have done without, couple things, that being, two irrelevant bums that was on TV. Thanks, Mackenzie, for
you mean the guys that like spawned the most amazing poster I've seen tonight?
Oh, I had no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
But what I do enjoy.
Oh, what would that be?
Is Mackenzie dismissing those bums. That's what I enjoyed.
Oh, poor old Mackenzie.
Great, Mackenzie.
That was great. The high fives with MSK. There it is. There it is. Yes.
Look.
We're gonna get the Patreon rolling. We're gonna get some donations. We're gonna get some shirts.
That's completely foreign.